Welcome back, everyone. So today I went ahead and took back a look in the Onyx facility. So they did put in a floor right below the reception floor. It's like an operations floor. This is at like 3 times speed. So feel free to come take a look at it. This isn't really the highlight, right? So we will get a chance to take a look at Site-B, which is pretty easy to get to once it's all said and done. I did miss that footage, but yeah, going through this operations floor, actually quite a few of the NPCs didn't even have guns. As you can see, they're not responsive they're just getting knocked out. So kind of interesting. And the server performance wasn't terrible. It just seems to be they need to maybe work on making sure the guys spawn with guns. Anyways, not super creepy here, but we move into going back to the research side. There's a couple surprises in here. It's kind of like they didn't quite finish the facility and they wanted to finish it up outside of the Site-B. So here we are in the research side again. I went ahead and went downstairs. Now, if you're not familiar with this floor, someone had told me about this, so I wanted to come check it out. Someone that had Evocati access. So these here are pods in this kind of respawn area. And the person I was talking to is kind of thinking that maybe this is Vandal technology to do the respawning. Yeah, so this poor guy is in like an endless loop of spawning over and over again. And it's a super creepy vibe. You imagine this kind of hell that you'd be in. So he does have a pulse pistol every time he spawns, but I just kind of want to give the vibe for it because this is a creepy vibe, right? Anyways, I definitely encourage you to go check it out. It doesn't seem like I can really determine how to get the guy to spawn, just that he endlessly spawns down here. And there's like 6 or so of these pods, so he can spawn in any of them, and he just endlessly wants to get killed, essentially. So it's an awesome, creepy vibe. I definitely recommend come checking this out. 10 out of 10. I mean, it'll get old quick, I'm sure. He's just got a pulse pistol. He's not even wearing any armor, so it's a pretty easy thing to go about. It gets a little frustrating at the end, but you can see here they literally just spawn over and over again, and you just kill them. So it's you're spawn camping this poor guy, but I also kind of feel bad for him because you're starting to see like how the respawn tech works, and it's pretty creepy. And the people that had to lead the way on testing out this stuff clearly did not have a good time. So, anyways, I like this horror vibe they're taking on, and with the Site-B that we'll get into here in a minute, I definitely like some of the Half-Life vibes I continue to get out of it. So this is very cool. So I missed the footage on getting down here. It's pretty easy to get to. I took the elevator to get out of research area, and there's a new entranceway you can take. It'll be pretty obvious. So whenever you take the big elevator to go back up, make a look around. You'll be able to find where the Site-B elevator will be. So follow that down. There's a little broken concrete. Follow that down, and you'll be able to find the Site-B elevator. And then you'll get down here, and again, this gives me straight up Half-Life vibes. I did miss the beginning footage, so I had already called the elevator, but I don't know if you recall in Half-Life, there's an elevator that's like this, that kind of comes down at a diagonal, and of course the head crabs come down behind you. Spoiler alert, I guess, for those that haven't played Half-Life. Anyways, obviously you don't have that here, but I just like the industrial layout and the way that they're kind of taking on some of the classic. I mean, come on, we all know what age group is generally playing the game at this point, and taking on Half-Life as a potential usage of game mechanics, and not necessarily game mechanics, but the game layout is definitely going to be a winning proposition, I think, for their customer base. And I think CIG is aware of their age of their customer base. At least I'm sure they have the numbers on that. So someone's already been here. So the spawns in here were pretty inconsistent. I don't know if the respawn timers were not necessarily, they could be event driven as well. But for whatever reason, looks like somebody had been through here, and there's evidence of that. But then also there's other evidence that it's been a while since someone has been here through here. So they'll have to work on that spawning timing. But quite a few elevators here, so just take a look around. Also be on the lookout. There's orange boxes. I missed that one originally, but I'll come back around to it. But there is the leaked. I'll go ahead and put in a clip of at least the one that I like. But there's a couple heavy armor sets that are out now, and they're going to be in this Site-B. So the tooltips are not really there yet, but they're heavy armor. They seem like extra heavy armor, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of the way it looks, to be honest, but I'll probably collect some of it at least. Just out of a continuity thing, just to get it. But yeah, be on the lookout for these orange areas. They're all over the place. But I mean, it's like I said, it's like super heavy armor. It's heavier than what I'm used to seeing. From here, look out for elevators, because there are going to be quite a few platform elevators you're going to have to take to get around. And this time, again, there's NPCs spawning on the other side, and I enjoy this platform. If you have a sniper rifle, I got the Volt one here with me. It's definitely a good use. In the beginning there, as you saw, I did pick up the new LMG. I'm not a big fan of the LMG. I think the damage is too bad, or there's 3 barrels that are kind of shooting, and I think Loxy, I'm sure I was catching his stream a little early on. I'm sure he'll do more testing on it, but the damage seems to be too ticklish, and the way the 3 barrels work, I'm not a fan. I don't think it's something I'll use. I mean, I like the concept, but I don't think it's a particular gun I'll probably use too terribly much, to be honest. So I definitely like the SEAL Team 6. Like, I don't know if you're aware of the assassination of the pirates. Obviously, I don't have 2 other snipers here shooting at the same time with me. In that particular situation, just kind of a cool vibe to be riding this elevator over and then sniping these guys endlessly. Of course, the NPCs are kind of potatoes here, so maybe the server was degrading a little bit. It was about 20 when I first checked. 20 FPS, which for Star Citizen terms isn't great, isn't terrible. Anyways, at this point, it's just clearing out the NPCs and then starting to ready to explore the area. So, again, I like this area. I did get swarmed by spawns. There was about 6 dudes that spawned on me later on, and all I had was that LMG as a backup. And again, I was not setting up myself for success with that. I originally came in here with the Karna, and I definitely like the Karna quite a bit. I'd rather be doing reloads with the Karna to fight 6 dudes than to have that LMG. It just was, it's kind of trash. So maybe they'll tweak it a bit more. Maybe I'm just terrible with it, but like I said, I'm not a big fan of it, and I don't suspect I would use it too terribly much unless it gets retweaked a bit. We have a NPC here popping his head back up and down. Eventually I do catch wind of that. There's also an NPC stuck on the stairway, which I'll go get him in a minute. I haven't showcased the LMG, but here in a minute I will showcase its particular DPS. Like I said, it's got like 3 barrels on it. I kind of thought this would maybe go further, but this is where it ends. And so at this point you have to kind of hop off. I was afraid to hop down here because I don't want to fall through a planet. I did have some problems with respawning and falling through the planets. That'll happen again here at the end after I do die. That was also happening in my hangar. So I'm kind of like trying to respawn and I'm falling through the bed into the planet. So I kind of splashed this guy originally and he didn't go down. So like I said, the damage I've not been super impressed with. I think it's 164. So I shot about 30 rounds at those 2 guys, so 15 each. Like it's a lot. I'm not saying it takes 15 rounds to kill somebody. I'm just saying the damage just seems to not be great at all. Like it's tickling something to death. So I haven't been impressed with this. I'll use it a couple times here, but I think it's part of the reason. It's part of my demise here. It needs more testing, but I don't think it's going to be any kind of new meta weapon. Excuse me. So yeah, I definitely recommend coming to take a look at this. This guy's torquing here. Definitely recommend coming down here to take a look at the new Site-B. I like the area. There's more to be explored here. A, I died, and B, I kind of got lost a little bit. I just need to get my bearings, right? I just kind of wanted to get a first initial exploring out of the way. I wanted to look at the LMG. I had taken a look at some of the medical stuff, so if you're interested in that, right now, look at that. I don't know. I'm just not to me, it seems like the time to kill with it is just terrible. It could just be me, but I did find arms. These are legs here. I did find another set of legs later on, but it looks like someone had already looted it. So yeah, a little inconsistent with that, but yeah, with the medical stuff, every ship comes with 1 goo. And so if you have a tier 3 bed, it looks like, actually it does look like it's 2 million for the tier 1, and then the tier 2 also looks to have 2 million, which is what they originally showed, but I thought I saw something about 4 million for the tier 1. So we'll see how they redo that. I'm hoping they'll also lower the cost of the goo. It seems like so far they haven't done that. There's also no LTP with them currently. I know Wikipedia had said that they're wanting to do that, but as of right now in the PTU builds, it has not stayed. So if you wanted to store up that stuff, but I think if you think about it, 10 of those goo packs is 1 million AUEC, so it's a lot. As you see here, someone had already kind of looted this one here. So be mindful of the all orange boxes. I'm sure, it won't take long for people to kind of come up with a whole guide on where all the different orange spots are, and you can go find all the different gear and farm it out. But for now, it's going to take a while for people to gather up that information. I like this build though, minus like I said, the spawning stuff. I'll show that here at the end. It was just kind of quirky how I've fallen through the planet twice. This happened at Orison and it happened here in this video. So because I was kind of testing out, like I said, the medical beds. The lasers took a while for these mines to show up, which is, I had that in another video as well. So just be mindful of mines. I did find a couple sets here and upstairs. I imagine those mines will be cleared out, and I don't even know if they respawn, to be honest. I feel like it's something that gets cleared out pretty quickly by people, and then after that, any people that come in after that may not have to deal with them. So mines may not be a problem until after the original release, which hopefully we'll see this release relatively soon. I'm looking forward to it, obviously, because of the Apollo. But I also just like to have this. I think this Onyx stuff is a pretty big win. Obviously, it could have been better from maybe two aspects, maybe a PvP side as well as PvE. But I've been enjoying the facility quite a bit, and I like the vibe from it. Here we are with the like 6 dudes that spawn on me, and there's kind of lag here. So I'm taking damage after they're dying. They're taking inconsistent damage. So this is not going to end well for me. I do my best to kind of manage it on top of the amount of people there are versus healing appropriately. It just doesn't work out well. So that's that. And then from here, I do actually respawn at my I try to respawn at my meta pin. I had set that was with me at the Onyx facility, and it does bring me here, but as you see, I fall through the planet. So I'm not sure if they'll let us respawn at the facilities. They might now, because this does allow for a cost, right? You can only spawn a certain amount of times. You can bring more goo, but anyways, let me know what y'all think. Should be open to all waves maybe later today. Discord's been having some problems, so I wouldn't be able to see any updates for that, but they did mention it's in wave 1 now, but they're going to open it to all waves soon. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for taking time to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.